Alright, a little bit longer than expected, but we are back and ready to continue. We left our
Um,
players with DJ Spike being called up to the big man's office for a conversation.
uh,
Uh, so glad you could join us.
hey, what's up, boss?
Nothing, Master Beats. Nothing.
Uh, where did you
Hmm.
get Master Beats from? It's DJ
Stand
Spike.
by.
Yeah, the second person who's called me that. Did my alias get changed?
No, I was just told that was the name you were going by, so we passed it on downstairs. Is that not the
Oh,
name you're
no.
going by?
I mean, I didn't
No.
know that's what it wasn't.
No, it's Angel Salvatore or DJ Spike. Because, my hair.
Yeah. Um,
Sure.
Sounds good.
what did you do? Did you use?
I had to do some peroxide. I went to the bank and it was closed, so I couldn't get any of my money out. So I went back and I was talking to the doorman. Uh, Speaking of which, is this the place you got me in? Is this something like, John Wick shit? Because Gilbert was kind of giving me this weird vibe.
What kind of vibe were you referring to? Did he ask you for gold coins? Did he
No,
try to suit you with a Kevlar suit?
he did tell me y'all we had a tailor shop there and
Yes.
all that. And he chuckled when he asked if I wanted any food, and I said, "Sure, give me a hamburger." Because I don't know. And he chuckled, and looked at me weird. Does he know?
Let's
I'm
just say he
lost.
is in the know. He's
Okay.
not one of mine, but he is a ghoul.
A what?
I don't wish to repeat that. One of your friends can inform you of what that is later.
Okay. All right. But I love the place. Nice. It just I because you said we ain't supposed to talk about none of this, so I haven't.
Very good. So I'd hate for you to lose another personality or identity.
Well, I got plenty of personality.
Yeah, I can see that. So, shall we get back to the subject at hand?
Oh,
Uh,
what we're talking about?
we were talking about trying to figure out the best way to go about retrieving Amber, Miss
Oh,
Owens.
by the way, Angel, is it now?
Yes.
This belongs to you. And he slides an envelope across the desk.
Oh, okay.
And the
Stick
envelope.
it in my.
Okay.
Oh, because it'd be rude for me to start digging through while we're having conversations. So
All right.
put it in my pocket.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do continue.
We were gonna maybe talk to Miss Strix and see if she could, you know, help us out with maybe a building layout or a schedule of transfer if they might do that. Because it would be a little easier to possibly break her out of a transfer bus versus say a building full of agents and guards.
Where is she?
Oh, at the FBI Center here in Savannah.
Oh, sorry if you mentioned that earlier. I wasn't really paying attention.
No, don't worry.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Out of character,
Um.
this is actually the first time you've been with him since he found out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's kind of crazy that all this is where she's at and what's happening. Uh, Apparently, that she was taken just because she knew or may have known anything about us as, let's say kindred as it is. Even if she didn't know, she knew enough that they felt take her out of the society and let her rot. Does that sound right?
Sounds about right, I guess, in a way.
But that's illegal. Can't we get like a lawyer or something to get her out?
And what would you tell this lawyer?
That she's being unlawfully detained. If they're not going to charge her with anything, they have to release her.
Do you not know how corrupt the government is?
And
I watch a lot of Law and Order.
So when she brings up the fact that her two friends were dead in a van, how would you respond to that?
Where's the bodies? If these friends were dead, where are they?
Nice point. But as your friends already pointed out, this particular branch of the government that is working inside the FBI do not follow your standard rules. More than likely, they've labeled her as a domestic terrorist, and that removes all her rights thanks to the Patriot Act.
So she's not being held by the FBI?
She is.
But
you
they
said it was
falsely
by
accused
the-
her to take away her rights.
Yes.
Hey, maybe you heard us about something called MK Ultra. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
I have a couple of things that I'm not going to bring up.
Sort of like, Men in Black type scenario.
Yeah.
That is pretty much who you're dealing with. But
Speaking of that,
not
when I was-
aliens. We're the aliens.
okay.
Could there
I-
be aliens?
I've not seen one, and I've been around for quite a while.
Okay.
So, vampires, werewolves, real. Aliens, not. How about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot?
Werewolf.
Precisely. That's why they don't find him when they go searching for him.
And
They
apparently,
just stumble across the hunting ground for a particular werewolf or so.
yeah, and apparently, as I point over towards Judd,
There's also an albino one in the Himalayas, so
ghosts as well. I think.
yes. Ghosts also exist.
Oh, so he's not crazy then.
No more crazier than, well, I might, no more crazier than I am. I was going to say you, but
How about
that's
this?
debatable.
No more crazy than another person you know living in a tomb.
That set off red flags right there, but okay.
Exactly. Okay.
How are you feeling tonight? Hungry or are you fine? This is the first time talking to you.
Oh, I'm good. Oh man, I should have seen this girl last night, Lexi. Whew. Man, the things she can do.
Sure. Yeah, totally. I'm sure.
Oh, you guys see this new one out here? Becky down there?
Yeah, so you're that type. Understood.
What type?
We call you sirens. You prefer to pretend you're committing a certain kind of act to feed.
Oh, there wasn't no pretending there.
Oh,
No.
really? Are you sure about that? I mean, I'm sure she was done, but did you ever finish?
Actually? Ah, shit. What the hell?
You do know that you don't really do anything anymore, haven't you noticed? The
But
whole
you did
breathing or anything.
feed though.
Yes.
Okay,
And-
and that probably felt really good.
Yes.
So instead of it being from down there, you now get it up here.
Or wherever you decide to sink your fangs into.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, that's beside the point. We were discussing something of more importance than your not-so-sex life.
Yeah, that
Um.
I believe it involved the FBI and...
Men in Black,
Yes.
you know.
Can we not just talk to them?
You want to
Yeah.
die? Again?
No. I mean, I can drive the getaway car, but I'm not very good in, roughing people up to get somebody.
From my experience, you're amazing at talking your way in and out of situations.
Well, yes.
Let's just do it this way. We want to get Amber without making too many waves, because waves can be traced back.
The way I'd be best at would not be the right.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, busting a hole in a wall, it's gonna get noticed.
Yeah.
How about this? I saw in this movie, they
Oh no.
made this huge distraction where it basically cleared out the police department to go respond to this while the real crime was going on over here.
But this is the FBI, not the police.
Okay. What if...
This is where we, talk to Strix now, and maybe she has information.
Okay. Where is she?
On her way, you said? Or will be here eventually?
She should be here soon. I believe she just went out for a bite to eat.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my.
Jarhead, Grease Monkey turned DJ, so...
That sounds like that might be her now. And the back door opens up and in walks Strix.
Hey, Strix. How you doing?
Fine. And we still going by Angel? Or have you
For now.
Or have you fucked up again and need a new one?
I don't think I fucked up. I haven't called. I haven't talked to nobody.
I'm pretty sure give him about 3-4 hours.
So, I mean, I didn't realize we were having a party tonight.
Oh, we are Actor Club. Got Becky and her friends and DJ Dr. Hitman.
Yes.
We're all kind of coming over to my house. So, if you want to come over and party.
Not at your house. You don't want to do things like that at your house.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the expression, you don't shit where you live?
Then when are you supposed to go to the bathroom?
Maybe find a hotel room, have a good time there.
Zero
Have you
academics,
ever
folks.
tried to clean up blood out of a carpet?
No.
You lay down
Yes.
tarp first, it makes it easier.
Well, there's also
In other words, you don't want the party at your house if you're planning on eating.
Okay. We can have a party in the graveyard.
Well, as long as you're not anywhere near the mausoleum, you're fine.
I
fact,
still
I can
feel
show
that
you
we're
some really
flying
secluded
so
places.
far off the subject here.
Oh well, yes, we are.
Strix
Yeah,
and
sorry,
Jared,
boss.
I think they had questions for you. And your keyboard. Oh, really? What would that be? I'm all ears.
I don't know. I
Oh.
just got here.
Well, we found out that Amber Owens is being held by the FBI, and they're located at 2003 The News Place, here in Savannah, zip code 31405.
She's already typing in the computer.
Yeah. You know, if we have to go in there, we need to know a little bit about the place, layout. I've never been there myself. We
Or
need
maybe
to find
if,
out. Oh, go on.
or maybe if she will be transferred from one place to another, it might be easier to hit the
Okay,
transportation
so-
vehicle versus the entire building.
The layout of the building is easy to find. It's just a simple click here in the local directory and checking out the Hall of Records to get the blueprint, the layout. Yes, here that is. It's a simple single-story building with a loading dock in the back. Looks like they converted it into their headquarters. It's got a basement. Apparently that's where the holding cells are located. So if you were to go in there, you would have to make your way through the main floor of all the agents that are there, down to the sub-basement, find the proper cell, remove her from that cell, and escort her out. Get in whatever vehicle and leave. Whether you go on the front or the back. Alright, now the other part, you need me to actually make access into the FBI itself. So give me a moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, if they would ever transport her, it might be a little bit easier than, say, breaking out of the entire building with however many agents watching. But I guess if they're sticking her there, I am not the most subtle when it comes to that type of stuff.
Okay, so I'm in. It says here they have anywhere from 50 to 75 agents on duty at any particular point in time. Some are analysts. Several of them are definitely firearm qualified according to the records here. And let's see, the only person they have in custody is... well, it doesn't state. Let's see. Yes, it looks like they're transporting something or someone tomorrow night about, let's see, it looks like a 1:30. It's an odd time to be transporting someone. There's no name attached to it, just that they'll be leaving out from the headquarters, from the office there, and getting on the interstate and heading towards. Looks like they're going to be taking them towards Atlanta to a facility there. Yeah, that's all I can come up with for you at the moment. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, that's more than I expected, so thank you.
Wish.
I
Just
might.
said,
I'm afraid to say this, but I might have an answer.
okay. What if, since they're transporting them anyways, what if we were the transport? So I'm sure they have a higher headquarters, right? Could we not call and be like the big guys saying, hey, we're sending our folks down and we're taking her somewhere else? So a way you could create a paper trail or something like that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I can do something along those lines if that's the route you wish to take.
It's just an idea that popped up to me. No,
I mean, the
movie reference
background
or
of the
whatsoever.
paper trail, that's the easy part. The hard part would be the face-to-face.
I think the best person for that would be you, and you might be the best driver as well.
So what are
Oh,
we
They're
thinking?
Angel.
You three wish to dress up as agents and say you're there to transfer the prisoner.
correct.
What type of vehicle would they transport in? Is that part of the paper trail?
The paper trail doesn't state, but for the most part, most agencies either use the sedans, or when they're transporting prisoners, could either be a prisoner van or in what do they call them? Escalades, the SUVs. I
We
mean,
might be able
if you
to.
can get your hands on an one of these SUVs that might bear the markings, I can make a paper trail for the license plate number or the VIN number for you, and I could probably forge some documents as well. But like I said, the hard part is the face-to-face. If that's the route you wish to go, we can certainly make arrangements to go that route. But there will be some preparation necessary before that happens.
Okay. Are we like gonna get our fingerprints burnt off or something? Or
Sorry, where do you get that idea from?
oh, I was watching Men in Black earlier before coming in to work.
I don't know.
And
I've never actually looked at the fingerprints for a one of those agents.
well, I
What
didn't
about
know if you said preparation, so I was kind of confused. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
well, I mean, does anyone wish to fill him in on the preparations necessary?
Well, actually, I was gonna say, Dom, you probably know more about what we're gonna have to do than either Angel now, right?
Yes.
I've
Okay,
never done
Angel
a
or I.
breakout per se from this type of situation. I only ever, did minor stuff. I wasn't that high in any chain. But I figured if we're gonna, say pick her up and transport her, we could have a secondary vehicle stowed away somewhere if an accident were to happen, let's say,
That
or
sounds like
something
a good
along the
idea, but
lines.
what kind of accidents are we referring to?
Well, if we were to leave, say, for Savannah, that gets into some pretty isolated territory, it seems. But I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean,
Well, according to the map, I mean, the best route for them to take when they leave from the building itself, she brings up a map.
Yeah, that'd be the 16, right?
So it takes Chatham Center, Chatham Parkway, get on to what looks like Interstate 16, take it out till it reaches I-75, and then take I-75 up north to Atlanta. So yeah, there is a large stretch on 16 that is definitely two-lane interstate and nothing else around. It might be a good spot to have a accident, if you will. It'd
one
be
of the
hard
most
to
boring.
hit them there, I assume, but maybe easy to have an accident to cover your tracks if that's what you wish.
And if we were to have any, I'm looking in, any rivers per se, if we need a boat or another vehicle just to leave on, or multiple if that's the case.
Well, it looks like if you want to go a long way out, I don't see any rivers that go that direction. You'd have to go the wrong way if you wanted to use the whole river escape. So it looks to me like your best option would be to stash a car nearby. With this, she starts typing away on the keyboard, and Christoph just kind of leans forward. So, what exactly is your plan here? Do you wish to try to pick her up and be your own transport for her and pretend that way, or do you wish to hit the whatever convoy or vehicles they use to transport her themselves? I mean, what is your, or do you wish to just raid the place and attempt to do it that way? What is your final plan for this endeavor?
Well,
Personal opinion on my end, a raid might raise too many alarms, whereas a transport that ends up in a wreck might raise a few less, but that also depends where it's at. If there's, say, alligator infested areas.
Well, there is that possibility. Um,
but that risk, civilians getting injured. Can
I'm
we
not
do that
saying.
kind of thing?
See, that's the issue. I'm not saying civilians. Well, which part are you thinking? The raid or the escape? Or just driving?
I was kind of leaning towards us picking her up because less
That's what
chance
I was
of
thinking, yes.
civilians getting hurt or something. Because cause a
Yes.
wreck.
Well, I was thinking we would have an accident, not there would be an accident in general. For some reason, we would have an accident, say a blowout or something.
Okay. But even with that, there are other cars.
It's going to be the middle of the night. There's not going to be too much
That's
traffic.
true. That is true.
And
But
this
then
is going to
that
be at
brings the local
1:30.
cops and fire department and all these others.
do you plan on sitting around and waiting on them to arrive?
It could be
Well,
staged as if someone else attacked the thing. I don't know who, but
oh, you're talking about us transporting them and then getting a wreck.
yes, that was my idea. Is we would be the ones transporting and wrecking and escaping with a getaway vehicle.
Okay, I was thinking we just drove somewhere else and made everything disappear.
Well, I mean,
Not
the idea of the accident sounds more feasible because then they won't be looking for you if they think you're already dead.
okay.
Well, they won't be looking for her if they think, she's already dead.
I'm just going to say this out of character. I-16. Once you're past Statesboro and until you get past Dublin, that area, there ain't nobody on that road.
Not at night.
Okay.
Not at night.
I've had to deliver a trailer from there for a show here in Atlanta at night, and it's dead out there.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
had to
if you
drive
were to
through
hide
that
something
area.
out there.
Yeah.
Are there any quarry pits per se out that way?
Not that I can
No.
tell, and it also depends on how far.
I was thinking if there were any water pits for quarries or anything out there, that's a good place because those are generally very deep. And then they would have to get somebody out there to scan it to try and find it to begin with. And scanning can only do so much if you're not really qualified or used to it. And there's a whole lot of them out there, so.
There's a lot of little waterways and stuff out there.
Some cricks and stuff.
I mean, a creek would work, but I was looking like some of them bigger quarry pits.
I'm not
But
sure
if
about
there's
quarry
none out
pits, but
there-
it's very wet around this whole area.
Gotcha. And yeah, if there's an accident per se, and if there's a whole lot of, say, alligators or carnivorous beasts out there.
I mean, there is something else that can definitely cleanse a accident site better than just relying on water or an animal to eat it.
Fire?
Give the man the gold star.
Is that something we would be able to do ourselves? I know that.
Don't light yourselves on fire. No.
Yeah. I know that we're not fond of that at all.
But I mean, you can
But-
definitely use it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you can light yourself on fire by lighting a cigarette or something.
But yeah, if that's something we could do, then I think that would be much better. And then, all that being gone, we'd have another vehicle to get us roundabout ways back.
Well, it seems you have a few more hours of this evening to set up whatever it is you wish to set up for tomorrow. So what exactly do you need?
Uh,
IDs,
oh yeah, if we're gonna be agents, we'll need badges,
you know.
identification,
I'm pretty sure
SUV.
we can find a car or a vehicle or two.
Yeah, didn't you have the guy who chopped up your van?
I don't know if he'll have one necessarily. I can talk to him. I know there's another place in town, but they're kind of sketchier than normal. They're awful strange looking though too. They might be in their own little group, but
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, I know a group of people that do a little bit of street racing and chopping of vehicles. They might have something.
This sounds like a plan. Was it just scratching her finger or raising her hand?
Oh no, I was scratching my finger. Sorry.
Okay.
Nope, not a problem. Um,
Well, as far as the IDs are concerned, Strix can handle that. And I'm sure she can have those ready for tomorrow. How many IDs do you wish to have? All three of you going in, or just two of you?
I would say just the two of us, and you can do your magic trick where you disappear and
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah, that's usually the best thing for me.
Okay, so two IDs. So let's see.
Or
Uh-oh.
oh no.
what if we have you in the back of the van as a prisoner?
That would end poorly if we're not supposed to have another one already.
Well, we could be coming out of another place.
I think having me in the back, but not seen, is probably the best thing.
Okay.
And if you really want to confuse people, you could leave the FBI car over by the state prison in Reedville.
Okay.
Alright, so you gotta come up with some decent name for you. Well, for your agent names anyway.
Oh, we could. No.
So
Smith and
I was
Jones.
well, it's too obvious. What about do you have any over there on file that we may have used in the past for anything?
Did those get erased after the fact? So it's not possible
Well, I mean,
double
we can
dipping.
tweak backgrounds that already exist.
Yeah,
Makes it
yeah, that might be
easier
easier.
than to try to put in a whole entire career
Hmm.
in a matter of one night. Yes, we have a
How about
Max
Fox
Hunter and
Mulder?
Dylan Bond we've used before. I mean, I guess they can be Agent Hunter and Agent Bond if they wish.
Okay. Yeah, Mulder was the only thing that came up with in my mind. So.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, you seem to pick things that deal with shows and movies and TV.
Look, at least he didn't say Born or something.
Well, he did mention something. Well, never mind. She wasn't there for that conversation. All right, so we got you down as a Max Hunter and a Dylan Bond.
You want to be Max or Dylan?
I'm fine with either. You choose which one you want to do so you know the name that you're going to be given because you'll be doing the talking.
All right. I will be Max Dylan.
Max Dillon is not one. Max Hunter, you mean?
Max Hunter, yes.
Fine. Agent Hunter it is, because that would be. Please remember that, because it'd be very hard for you to go. Yes, I am Agent Max Dillon. I mean, just it wouldn't work.
And I'm going to be Dylan Bond, you said?
That would be the other one we have. Yes. She can have those IDs for you. By the evening, correct? Yes. Not a problem. I can have them done. No time, Cece. We already have some of the background already set. We just need to tweak a few things in their systems, and it's good to go. So that now just leaves finding a proper vehicle, a proper getaway vehicle, and setting up the scene for how you plan to do what kind of accident?
A blowout might be easiest on the front. Say if we're heading that direction, the front passenger, blowout happens, end up going off the road.
And what if they search the wreckage and find no body?
That's the issue. What are we thinking about for that? A fire would cover up.
Do we know?
There is a cemetery we know
Oh,
of. Now, it's not the
dude,
cleanest work, but
could we get some bodies from your temple, or would your
that's a
grandpa?
little too close.
But they wouldn't be in the system, and a burned body's a burned body.
Well, they're all skeletons.
All right. What about the morgue?
It's good. That's a better idea.
Well, I mean, they're going to get notice if like 3 bodies are missing, and then suddenly 3 bodies appear burned.
That's why I was thinking graveyard. Are they in fresh graves?
Well, back over in Bonaventure, not many. It's a historic grave site. There are some, but I mean, the truth is, we're going to be outside of the city, which means there are going to be a lot of graveyards that we could just hit up. I mean, I pretty much know my way around a graveyard in a shovel.
Okay.
Well, you'll need to have them, of course, ready and not dig them up on the fly, I'm sure.
Yeah. We just need. I mean, we could have spare change of clothes in the vehicle we're leaving in, so we could just quickly swap over.
Now, here's another question: what happens when we bring Amber back?
I figured we'd bring her. Like I mentioned, a safe house maybe. If you guys had that, and we were gonna wait to mention that with everyone here
Well, we
when
have a safe house we can bring her to.
Angel.
And, we'll try to take care of her the best we can. Like I said, there's no need for her to be locked up just because she knew you two prior to your current predicament, so we'll get her out of here in someplace safe. Set up her life somewhere else, away from Savannah, of course.
Do you know how
You
they
did
normally
say
do
she wasn't
transfers?
turned, so that's, better for her at this point in time.
Do they normally have like a bag over their head when they're transferring them so they don't see what's happening where they're going, especially with people in her situation?
Well, I don't.
It wouldn't be great if she saw me. Or
I mean,
even,
I'm pretty certain, the bag over the head thing is just for the movies. And I think that's a
yeah.
CIA thing, not a FBI thing. But I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I don't generally think they transport their prisoners with a bag over their head.
It just wouldn't be great if she recognized me, so.
Well, who knows? Maybe Angel here can take care of that.
Yeah. We can get some FBI hats, some cool glasses.
Would
jacket.
you be able to just tell her to not say a single thing when you pick her up and just stay quiet? No matter what she sees. Just kind of do a little intimidation, but command her to not say anything? You seem to be able to, make people do things. You did that with me not too long ago.
I did?
Yeah, when you wanted me to break you out of the chains or ropes that we were in first night.
I thought I just asked you to break me out. Speaking of which, you broke my freaking wrist.
You're welcome, by the way. But yeah, no, I felt more compelled than wanting to myself. I was going to, but then for some reason I was more or less compelled to, even if I didn't want to, it felt like.
I'll tell you what, I can help you out with one of your problems. Your attire.
Okay.
You can take them back to your place and use the tailor. Tell him to put it on my dime.
Okay.
And maybe get all that fixed as well. I mean, agents don't look like that, so.
We could shave his head.
I mean, you can always
What?
do a temporary dye job and then have the professionals there fix it for you later, but.
Yeah, I was trying to get here in a hurry, and they didn't have an appointment right away. So,
Well, I'm sure Gil can take care of you.
okay. So I don't have to be wishy-washy or
I mean, you don't need to openly converse with him out in front of the building about what you are.
okay, but he knows what I am.
I'm sure he has his suspicions since Strix is the one that sent your room up.
Okay. He he seemed a little. I wasn't sure what I could say or couldn't say or.
Well, it's good you're learning restraint. A few days late, but you're learning restraint.
And when we go to pick her up, it's probably best the less you say, the better. When we're trying to figure out who we're there to pick up.
Does
No
it have a
names, per
prisoner
se.
number at least?
Let's see. Yes, it says here picking up prisoner number 65531.
All right. 6533.
I can have your transfer papers ready as well as your IDs when it comes time. They should pass a cursory look, but of course, if they were to call it in per se and verify it, it might not hold up to that kind of scrutiny, but it'll definitely hold up to local scrutiny if you understand my meaning. If they call somebody at the head office in Atlanta, I don't control them, therefore they would probably speak up and say no. Do you understand?
Yeah. Could we not? I saw in this one movie where they had someone go up to the telephone pole and like put in something that when they called out, they actually called to a different number.
Well, that's a little old school, but yeah, I think I can actually do that here. You're
Okay.
referring to rerouting their outgoing calls to um, go to someone who speaks on your behalf.
Yes.
That's possible. I can certainly give that a shot.
Okay.
It won't be the
But
first time I've done something similar.
wait till we like we'll go in as soon as you get that set up. So not all the calls are already getting redirected
Well,
prior
I can
to.
have it set up to where I choose what calls get redirected.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
probably
can do
anything
that.
after like 1:30 when she's supposed to be picked up and taken out.
We can monitor when you enter, and any calls that seem to be leaving and heading towards Atlanta, calling to an Atlanta number, I can access those and redirect them to here.
Okay.
Like I said, all that's kind of the easy part. The hard part will be being convincing yourselves.
Well, I did that Jedi mind trick on that one cop.
Well, very well. Now you just have to do it to 50 more.
If we're just there to pick up a prisoner, it'd be, I feel, easier if we're there and there's less people, if anything does go south, to break her out than breaking into the building.
Yeah. We
Right.
should just be able to convince them.
Well, you're running out of moonlight, so you might want to get cracking, as it were. Your paperwork will be ready for you when the sun goes down.
Alrighty then.
Like I
Anything
said,
else?
you need your suits, you need your vehicles in question, and your proper disposal of bodies? You said you were going to try to acquire some?
Yeah. Well, do, do you know of a good graveyard we could maybe?
Oh, I could find some for you.
Okay.
Very well. It seems like you have everything well in hand. Yes, so gentlemen, why don't you?
Oh, and remember to bust out their teeth, just in case they try to do dental.
Okay, sure.
Well, I suppose you have the rest of the evening to acquire what you need.
Okay.
Maybe make it quick because apparently someone has a party tonight to get to.
Well, I mean, I don't have to have the party, boss. I was just. I don't know.
It'd be appreciated if you helped us do all this versus your party. I mean, you could set up a party for them or retime the party,
Okay.
but we could definitely use your help with this tonight.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
So, what are you waiting for?
I will get up. I will go downstairs to DJ Hitman. Tell him that unfortunately Bossman has been doing some other things tonight, so I can't have the party. But he's free to take the girls with him. Just, give me some juicy stories later. And I'll lean into Becky, whisper her where my address is if she feels like coming over afterwards for a little bit of fun.
Yeah, we'll see how well that works out later.
Okay.
All right, so the rest of you head out.
Yeah.
Probably through the front door, like where party goers just leaving, not the back door that's being watched, I would think.
And as you walk out the front door, you see no issue. The cops are, the agents are still sitting across the street. Don't seem to bat an eyelash when you guys come walking out. And we will go ahead and stop there as you guys leave 51 degrees to acquire what is necessary for your, I guess you could say, prison break.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this evening. We'll be. Do we have any issue with being back here next Sunday? Any scheduling problems that we know of?
Is it next Friday you're gone, or the Friday after
Friday
next?
that's coming up is when you're out, right? Robert?
Oh.
Oh, no. It's the 29th is when I'll be gone.
The next.
So I'm
Friday.
here. Yeah.
Okay, the Friday after.
Yeah.
So next Sunday we'll be back for some more of the Kindred of Savannah to see if our three undead fellows are able to pull off this little charade and free one Amber Owens from the clutches of the evil FBI. Sure. Well, anyway. We'll be back. Don't forget, we got to organize play on Wednesday. We have Lost Beginnings once more on Friday, and like I said, we'll be back here Sunday for some more Kindred of Savannah. As a reminder, this is all fun and games. Anything that's said or done here is just for entertainment value alone. So take none of it seriously. With that, though, remember we are all in this adventure called life together, so please keep that golden rule in mind. And treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. So with that, have a good week.
Take care.
Bye.